Symptoms at 6 weeks pregnant. Good morning, everybody. So, I figured I'd get ready and talk to you guys. I'm filming this before you guys know, but I'm so happy you know now. 6 weeks pregnant yesterday, so I kind of want to go over like some symptoms I had. We found out at 3.5. I want to say like a little bit before 4 weeks. So, super excited. Funny backstory. I'll send you guys a video of it, but I was taking my pregnancy test wrong. So I could have found out I was pregnant way before I did, but don't judge me. We listen and we don't judge. Anyway, I did not put flexi rods in my hair. So we're going to touch up these edges and curl today. Anyway, symptoms at 6 weeks pregnant. Let's talk about it because I was kind of freaking out. Of course, I talked to my doctor and everything, and they put my mind at ease, but it was not hard to find content because there was a lot of content out there. I know a lot of people are like, we don't announce or talk about it before 12 weeks. I've been failing at that miserably, just close friends and family. But you really want to know what's going on before then. So also that stuff that you guys have been getting on TikTok, I bought it, but this from Amazon, better, because just turns, it holds all day and then it turns into oil. Anyway, this isn't an ad. So we first found out and I was nervous because I was like, okay, my cycle's supposed to be coming. It's supposed to come on Friday because I remember at work, I was like, oh, I just feel like my energy's drained. It's going to start at any minute. Like you just start cramping, everything. I was like, okay, well, I'm not pregnant this month because, you know, you probably don't know, but we've been trying. I got off of birth control 5 months ago and I've been on birth control for like 15 years. Yikes.com. Anyway, so it, like I was having all the symptoms. I was tired. I was achy. I was you know, PMS. And so Saturday I still didn't, no bleeding. So I took a test. I waited like 20-30 seconds. I saw the line, like the test line, and then it passed the line that if you're pregnant, it would have lit up, but it didn't. So I threw it away. And so Sunday rolls around, still like crampy. I had a super crampy PMS weekend. And I was like, every time I went to the bathroom, I was like, okay, there's still no bleeding. This is weird. So Monday morning was a snow day for us. So we got the half day off. So I woke up and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I Googled my symptoms and I talked to one of my besties and she was like, girl, you sure you're taking the test right? I was like, taking a test right? What does that even mean? So I Googled my symptoms and I was like having all the symptoms of a cycle, but no bleeding. And the first thing that popped up was like, girl, you pregnant. I was like, that don't make sense because I would love that, but it's not happening. Anyway, so I took another test and like 20 seconds in, I was like, oh my God, is that a faint line? I went to go talk to my husband about it. He was like, I think that's a faint line. So I went digging in the trash can to find my other pregnancy test that I have been taking like every 2 days since we got back from vacation. They was all pregnant. They was all positive. Anyway, let's get to these symptoms. I continued to feel like I was on my cycle for 2 weeks straight, which was scary because I've never been pregnant before. I was like, is this bad? What's happening? Like the internet told me this can be normal, like full on like PMS, cramping, tired, bloating. And so I talked to my doctor. They called me because they was like, we don't want to see you until like 2.5 months, which I'm like, that's the end of my first trimester. So I'm like, is this normal? This is crazy. So they were like, oh yeah, that sounds right. Like, just make sure you drink water, make sure you're taking your prenatals. And so let me tell you about week 4 and 5 were kind of rough, guys. I was bloating like crazy. Like, I started to look pregnant. I was like, this is wild because you shouldn't even have symptoms right now. And I'm starting to look pregnant and I don't like that. And I was crampy. I was just like, over it. But anyway, and in the midst of all of this, they wanted to ban TikTok for 12 hours, and I was getting this most of my information from TikTok. Anyway, what else was happening? Boobs. Okay, my boobs never stop being sore. I feel like every day they're more and more sore. So I always heard about that. I just didn't realize to the extent it was going to be sore, like way worse than like period sore boobs. Clearly, I have some, this is my little pimple sticker. I've had one or two breakouts. It's nothing crazy. I'm still using my Paula's Choice. I need to check on the ingredients in that, but Paula's Choice has been working wonders for me. So unless my OB tells me to stop, I'm not stopping. What else? A lot of things that people talk, oh, nausea. I was waking up at like 3 in the morning with nausea, like week 4 and 5, and like couldn't go back to sleep for an hour. So insomnia is a thing. But I never really threw up. So I think I'm in week 6 now, and I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of the very beginning. I know it's going to change in like 2.5 seconds, but I'm not a breakfast eater. And I realize that I'm not in control of that anymore, because if I don't eat breakfast, I'm going to get nauseous. So my husband's been making these smoothies, and this drink is called Zobo. And it has ginger and pineapples and hibiscus leaves. So good. So that's been super helpful with nausea. So we talked about bloating, which was crazy. We talked about a little bit of nausea in the morning. We talked about a little bit of insomnia. It wasn't too bad. I sleep naturally, so I'm always find a way to go back to bed. Apparently I get up too fast. So I just hop out of the bed in the morning after I press snooze a couple times, and like I get so dizzy. So I've been having to like slow down, because apparently your body's producing way more blood now. And so you can't just hop up, because that sudden change in like blood pressure is going to make you lightheaded, and I don't want to pass out. So I've been trying to slow down. Sometimes I forget, and I quickly get reminded. So that has been happening. Another reason why I wanted to post on here is because I saw some content like early 4 week, 5 week, 6 weeks. I'm not showing you on my stomach. Ain't nothing really changed except for some bloat. But I didn't see a lot of like Black girl content. So I don't know if like it's a stigma to talk about it that early, but I'm gonna tell y'all after the first trimester, and then I'm gonna come back and like post this stuff so you guys know how I'm feeling. But in the past, I would say like all weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday, I haven't had any nausea, I haven't had any cramping, my bloating's going down. So I think my body is just like adjusting to the hormones. They say that like the real nausea happens like starts between like week 6 and 8. I'm hoping that I just never experienced that, but it's a long time before my appointment. So I just hope that we don't have any scares. I have my family and close friends keeping us in their prayers. The other thing that's so hard, because I have a big mouth. So I've been telling like close friends or whatever. I told my mom, I have that on video. You guys can see that too. I haven't told my dad yet, because I'm going back home to Atlanta next month, and I want to tell him in person, because I want to record it. We're going to a optometry conference together. I'm so excited. And I bought this little onesie from Amazon, and it says due in September, just like Grandpa. My dad's birthday's in September, so it's kind of crazy. So I'm super excited about that. But I would say that's like one of the hardest things right now, is because I talk to my dad every day, sometimes several times a day. And so like I'm thinking maybe he's noticing, because he's made a comment. He's like, Godfrey's cooking a lot over there, which he has been. He's like, oh, you sleeping on your lunch break? Don't forget to go back. Like, so he's very in tune to like little changes in me. So I hope he doesn't know, but if he does know, I hope he doesn't say anything and he lets me surprise him. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. Hopefully TikTok's still around by then. But yeah, that's it. I mean, work is doing great. I mean, no major changes there. I like being up and at it. So as long as I get maybe some breakfast in the morning, as long as I sip on my little ginger juice. I did buy some like ginger lemon like candies to suck on when the nausea's bad. It was only really bad like, I don't know, curl that the other way. It was only really bad like one day, and that's when I bought it. And my technician saw, like, the DoorDash brought it in. It was like, why'd you buy that, Dr. Marsh? I'm like, mind your business. But anyway, most of them know now anyway. But yeah, that's just a little update. I'll keep you guys updated throughout this journey. I wanted to film this video at 4 weeks or 5 weeks, so clearly I'm 2 weeks behind because it's 6 weeks yesterday, but I'll try my best to keep up to date. And we're getting a lot of rest and trying to keep baby healthy and happy. So I'll keep you guys updated.